everybody, welcome back. So today we are doing a massive haul from 3 catalogs. The annual catalog that just came out in May of 2022. The new mini catalog that launches in July of 2022. And you guessed it, Sale-a-Bration. It starts in July and ends in August. Also too, we have a new Join Stampin' Up! Brochure. All the really groovy things about becoming a demonstrator and the benefits that go along with it. All my new customers will get one of these with their catalogs as well. Really cool stuff going on here, you guys. I can't wait to share with you this unboxing. So I'm going to go through product by product, and I will have the description of the product appear on the front page. By the time that this airs, you will be able to purchase it from my website, stampingscott.stampinup.net. And remember, you guys, making videos takes a lot of time. And the best way that you can thank me is by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and let's get started. Okay, let's start with a stamp set. This I love because the nice cursive fonts, it's called Go To Greetings. It's a cling mount stamp set, and it looks like it was designed by a $1 million seller at Stampin' Up. Really, really cute, especially the nice cursive fonts. It's very pretty. And you can use these types of sets for different occasions, and you can combine them with different elements. So like, for example, Hello Ladybug. You can use these cute little ladybug stamps and then maybe make just a note, you know? Or you could use the flower stamp and say, thinking of you. So whenever you have a really nice go-to greeting set, which this is, it works with many different stamp sets. Love this set. Another awesome set from the new annual catalog, Glad We're Friends. Now, my mother pointed this one out for me when we took a trip to Door County when I was putting together my pre-order. She said, isn't that little guinea pig cute? And I looked at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. That guinea pig sold that set for me. Believe it or not, that's why I got this one. So super cute. We can use our Stampin' Blends to color that cute little thing in. We can use a masking technique because there are no dies with this set to be able to stamp it into multiples, because you know when you have one guinea pig, you're gonna have 3. But that cat's really cute, and I love the sentiments in here. Glad we're friends. How sweet is that? And of course, I love my red rubber stamp. This is a cling mount stamp set. Cheerful basket. Okay, when I opened up the annual catalog and saw this, I said, okay, gotta have it, because we're using a masking technique with the cat and with the really cool fruits in the basket. And of course, you get a set of dies with it. I love opening up products for the first time with you guys. It's so much fun. I have not opened these. I've had these for a little while waiting to film this video. Oh, and it looks like you can use it with the Stampin' Cut Emboss Mini Machine. So you can use it with this guy. It's only $60. Love it. The dies will fit perfectly. The Stampin' Cut Emboss Mini Machine comes with all the plates that you need to do your die cutting. Then you get to cut out the kitty. So let's look at the catalog really quick on this set. Look at how cute this is. And I was looking at the samples in the catalog, and check this out. See how you can put the cat and die cut on top of the basket? I was thinking you could mask the cat and put it into the basket. Just some really cool things. And you know, you can use it with some of these other stamp sets. They kept this stamp set around, which I love, Celebrate Sunflowers. You could use this with this really easily. Wouldn't it be pretty to have the cat in front of a sunflower? Or, you know, have the sunflower be a part of the basket on the front, die cut that out, and decorate it with the sunflower. How cute is that? So this is a really great versatile stamp set. Love it. Oh, it's photopolymer. Awesome. What I love about photopolymer stamp sets is that you can see through them when you're stamping. Can't ask for anything more than that, right? Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. Okay, we're gonna take a break from the stamp sets and we're gonna talk about the new ink colors. We've got the new ink colors in the Stampin' Right markers here. And we've got the new ink colors in my ink pads right here. Really wonderful colors. You know, I am so excited about them because they work well with other colors in our lineup. We have Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, and Orchid Oasis. These colors work really well with all of the existing colors, especially this green. If you don't remember, a couple years ago, we had one called Lemon Lime Twist, one of my favorite colors for the longest time. Lemon Lime Twist actually, I believe, was a little bit darker than this color. This is more Day Glow Bright, but still very pretty. So anyway, this is the new In Color series for 2022 to 2024. Check them out. They're really beautiful. I especially love Tahitian Tide. And speaking of Tahitian Tide, I bought some Tahitian Tide. This is such a gorgeous color. I can't wait to use it. They're all really pretty colors, but I really wanted to get some of that cardstock. And I also got some Tahitian Tide metallic woven ribbon. Beautiful ribbon. I am so excited to use this. Can you tell when I'm excited? I raise my voice. Wow, look at how pretty that is. It's nice and thin, so you can make a really simple bow with it. Just very pretty. You could mix it with some twine and do something kind of fun with that. So that's Tahitian Tide metallic woven ribbon. The Stampin' Blends in the Parakeet Party. Boy, they look like they're the same exact markers. One's a light and one's a dark. That must be the dark and that's the light. Love it. Love these colors, you guys. Check them out. They just came out. And if you really like to get a whole set of them, purchase the set of 5 in the pads. Or if you want to save a little bit of money, start with the Stampin' Write markers. You can use these to stamp with on your stamps by coloring your stamps with it. And you can also use these for coloring. So this is a great way to sort of get all the colors without buying all the pads. You can use Stampin' Write markers to stamp with. But just a simple reminder, you can use Stampin' Write markers to stamp with, but you can't use Stampin' Blends to stamp with. Only Stampin' Write markers will allow you to color a rubber stamp and stamp with it. That's because they're water-based markers. Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based. It would dry too quick on the red rubber, and you wouldn't want to do that. So only use these for coloring, but you can use these for both stamping and coloring. Really cool options. Speaking of ribbon, I am so excited they kept this ribbon in the lineup. I just love this ribbon so much. It's the metallic mesh ribbon. And you can see I'm down to this much. Don't have a lot left. One of my favorite ribbons, and it has continued in the new annual catalog, so I bought a whole new spool of it. Whenever I get a chance, I like to purchase some pattern paper in the designer series lineup. These are the new in colors for 2022 to 2024 in the 6x6 designer series pattern paper. This is like a simple pattern. It changes every year. It looks like we've got like some flowers and stars. And we have some plaid. And it kind of repeats itself with all the different colors. But they're two-sided. Let's flip it over. So we got polka dots. And we have some really cool stripes. More polka dots. And that way you have some nice complementary, simple designer series paper to match with your existing new colors. So these also go with the new in colors for 2022 to 2024. And you have to admit, 6x6 paper is easy to store. Another new item in the catalog, craft 6x6 paper. Craft paper. You guys, craft paper. Love it. I used to dig craft paper even before I got into Stampin' Up 15 years ago. It's just really beautiful. It's just natural paper with no bleach. It's actually like a cardstock. I just thought this is a really neat paper to work with. So we'll give it a shot. I'm still trying to figure out some projects. I think this would die cut really well with some intricate dies and make some designer elements in the background. I used to use craft paper all the time. It also embosses really neat. So if you want to use clear emboss powder, patterns show up really nicely on craft paper and it's very natural looking. Match it with some twine, some natural twine. It'd be fun to play with. Another item that is also in the new annual catalog is Stampin' Up! Masking paper. So I was talking about that really cute kitty basket set that I showed you, and you want to mask the cat in the basket, you can use the masking paper. Now, I use Post-it note tape for masking. I can get this on Amazon. Sometimes you can find it at Target. I also have a 2.5-inch wide Post-it note tape that works well. But I love sheets because sheets can go through your die cutter. So I could use a die cut mask if I wanted to, and it makes it easier to work with when I mask an image. So if I wanted to take the cat and put it in a basket, now yes, I could stamp the basket and I could stamp the cat, die cut the cat and the basket and put the cat behind it. That would be an easy solution. But let's say I wanted to make the basket and the cat a single stamp layer on a piece of paper. I would stamp out my basket, and then I would create a die cut of the basket and put it over my stamped image. Then I would take the cat and put that on a stamp block and stamp on top of it, and the masking paper would keep this from getting the inked image from the cat, and the cat would go above the basket. And so there you're able to create a masked image. And that's what you use masking paper for. It's really cool. It's in the back of the catalog under accessories. Something new to try. If you ever want to try masking techniques, if you want to see what masking is like, check out my 3rd video. It's totally in there. And it's even called masking techniques, so check it out. Okay, you guys, this is beautiful stuff too. Whenever Stampin' Up! Has new papers, I always get a little geeky. Well, I'm kind of a geek anyway. But just wait till you see. Okay, you ready? Boom. Check this out. Can you believe this? Is this not the most gorgeous paper? It's a distressed gold designer series paper. You get 2 sheets in a pack. I was thinking about using this with some die cuts. I don't know, this is gonna be fun paper. This is a quick way, not very messy, to be able to get some beautiful gold backgrounds, embellishments on your card. Okay, so one of my favorite things about the new catalogs and the new formats is we have suites. How many of you have ever bought a suite in its entirety? If you have, leave a comment below and tell us which one you have, whether it's from a previous holiday catalog or a spring mini or in an annual catalog. I'd like to know what you think about suites. For me, it gives me a creative edge to be able to look at everything that I can make within this suite. So I look at these cards, and everything in these cards I can design using everything that is packaged in a suite. The suite price is up here. This is called Abigail Rose, and it comes with one of each on these pages of things that you get. Now, the only thing that's discounted is the actual bundle. So when you buy the stamp sets with the dies, you get a 10% off cost. But still, isn't it kind of cool to be able to say, hey, I love these cards. I want everything to make with them. Oh, I can just get the suite and I'm all set. As long as you have your basic adhesive and you have some ink colors, maybe some of the card stock that can help accentuate the design of the card, maybe some elements for the background. But honestly, you have everything you need to make these cards. And this is a suite called Abigail Rose. At first, it didn't speak to me, but as I sat with it, I realized this ribbon, I can stamp on it to customize and make it look cool. These cards are very monochromatic, meaning there's very little color or they're very pastel faded colors. And because of that, you have so much more versatility in the graphic design. And that's what I love. I love the beautiful designs of these flowers. They're extremely detailed. So let's check it out. First things first, we have the bundle that you save 10% when you buy the dies with the stamps. I really want to check the dies out. Okay. Oh, I bet you can use these dies to cut out some of the flowers in the paper too. Oh, and look at that. It's cling mount, my favorite, red rubber. Absolutely. So you got the die here. That'll cut out that flower design. And then you have some things for the background. And you got some extra leaves. When I see stamps like this, I always say, oh, I can do some layering. It's really, really neat. And of course, it comes with the ribbon. And you can buy all these separately too. You don't have to buy them as a set. I just like that. I like being able to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself and buy a whole suite and make something with it. And you guys are my customers. The ones who make purchases from me, you guys know that you get a card from me every single month. Well, that month, you get a card from me the following month. But some of you do paper pumpkin subscriptions. And because of that, you do get a card every month. As long as you keep that subscription active, I'll send you a card. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? This ribbon is so soft. Because it's polyester, I would try using Stays-On. With Stays-On, it will not bleed. It's permanent. It's like a Sharpie marker and an ink pad. Just remember that. So I would use that to stamp on here like they used in the catalog, and you'll be surprised at how beautiful that'll look on this ribbon. This ribbon is super soft. We also sell Stays-On in our catalog in a brown color as well. And please, you guys, don't smell Stays-On. I know it smells good, but I mean, maybe a little bit. Treat yourself. And of course, a part of this whole suite, we have the designer series papers. So I'm going to open this up for the first time. Here, let's use our bone folder. Now, when you buy designer series paper, on the back side, you will notice it'll have the name, which is Abigail Rose, which is the name of the suite as well. And it will tell you the colors: basic black, crumb cake, early espresso, petal pink, smoky slate, and very vanilla. So you can always look in the catalog to find out what the colors coordinate with this paper, but it will always be on the back of the package of paper too. So I keep this when I package my paper. Now let's look at it. There we go. I just love the simplicity of the design. And finally, I have paper that has very vanilla in it. So I can use very vanilla cardstock with my cards. So I'm gonna kind of look at the 2 pages. Now you know you get 2 designs of each paper, but when you flip it over, you have a different design. So you can sort of say you get 1 of each design. Oh, those are poppies, aren't they? I guess these are all poppies. I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry, this can't be a bush or a tree thing again. Are these poppies or are these roses? They're not roses. I like that pattern a lot. Ooh, see, I like that too. You know, for like a wedding card, this is beautiful for a background. Oh, cool. It's like a ledger. This reminds me of something from Tim Holtz. I know it's not Tim Holtz, you guys, but it definitely reminds me of that. And I like that. It's a style that some of us have really become accustomed to. Oh, pretty. This must be the petal pink part of it. Doesn't that remind you of like antique wallpaper? That's what this reminds me of. So now there's the roses. Yeah, these are poppies, those are roses. Okay. Oh, that's pretty too. Another really cool wedding background. Actually, this would be nice for a wedding too. You could color it in or leave it that way, or maybe even just take a single shade and just shade it. Like a gray marker. Keep that monochromatic look. Isn't that pretty? So Abigail Rose, you can buy each piece separately, or you can buy it as a suite and treat yourself. You also get the bundles for the stamps if you want to do that separate or do it all together as a suite. I highly recommend suites, you guys. You can't go wrong with a suite. All right, on to some more things. Other items from the main catalog. Well, I absolutely love Stampin' Seal. Stampin' Seal is my absolute favorite new adhesive. It kind of replaces tear and tape. If you guys ever used tear and tape before, it's great because it holds things together, but then you have to take off the release paper. This is a runner and it's super solid. So if you're ever doing layers with ribbon around it and you really want to keep it down and make sure that your elements don't pop up off your card, this works. Stampin' Seal Plus. So I needed to get some refills. I do actually have the real deal. I keep my adhesives in a little box just like this. There's Stampin' Seal. And there's Stampin' Seal Plus. And these are refillable. I believe these refills are $8. It's well worth it. So I want to make sure I have a couple of them because I do have some of these too. I use both of them interchangeable, but I like the Stampin' Seal Plus a little bit more because you all know I like to do layers. And when you have layers of things, you really want your elements to stay down. This will keep it down. All right. This is the first time that Stampin' Up! Has allowed our customers to buy bling from Stampin' Up! You want some really cool bling that we get when we go to on stage. You know, we get some really cool bags and some notepads and grid paper. We get some really cool things, pens. But this is the first time that customers can actually buy Stampin' Up! Bling. There's like a tote bag and a shirt and these really cool tumblers. And these are like the best tumblers. I mean, I have a Yeti tumbler that's very similar to this and it costs a lot more. So this is a really nice deal. And this is Parakeet Party. Couple more supplies. I just recently held my first Stamping Scott workshop in 3 years. I can't believe it. I had it a couple weekends ago and it was so much fun. We designed 3 cards and I really enjoyed having an in-person workshop again. However, when you have a workshop and you have stations, you want to keep things clean. So I only have one Stampin' scrubber. I need another one. So I used some of my free dollars for my order because you know if you place more than a $150 order, you can choose free merchandise. So even as a demonstrator, I get 25% off because I'm a certain level. Most people only get 20, but I get 25% off. And then I still get to choose rewards when I go over 150. And it's like 10% increment. So if you've never used a Stampin' scrubber before, you have to have one. They're the best. You have a wet side that's marked with raindrops and you have a dry side that's marked with the sun. You use this one when you want to put your spray in there. Now I have these old bottles of stamp cleaner. I would spray this side and then I'd clean my rubber stamp here and dry it over here. Super simple. And then you fold it up and put it away. But I leave these out on my stations. My customers that come in to make cards in my stamp camp, they're able to clean their stamps super easy. Just keeps everything clean. I do have wipes. I usually keep some antibacterial wipes I use. Some people use diaper wipes. I'm not a huge fan of the smell of diaper wipes, so I always get these instead at Target, and they work really great. The problem is it moves the ink around and it gets all over your fingers. This, it stays off your fingers. Stampin' Scrub, you guys, it's the magical way of keeping inky fingers ink-free and keeping it off your face. Because like I said, all of us touch our faces. So if you get ink on your hands and you touch your face, guess what? You got ink on your face. I know I joke about it, but it's true. And of course, you can never have too many blocks. I have a lot of extra blocks. And as I keep growing into my business, I buy extra C blocks, extra D blocks, and extra E blocks. And so it's always nice to have these around because when you do stations at a stamp camp, you want to have separate blocks. So I just add a block every now and then to my order. There we go. And they're so beautiful. I love our blocks. They're just really nicely made. It's so much fun to unbox an order with you guys for the first time. And whenever I do an unboxing, I always want to save my order until I film the video. Just because I want to share the excitement with you when I do it. Envelopes. Always buy Stampin' Up! Basic white or very vanilla envelopes. They are the best envelopes. They're high quality. They look like card envelopes. I know so many people that host stamping events and they use like Amazon envelopes. They look like envelopes that you would mail a bill in. This is what a Stampin' Up! Envelope actually looks like. They're made really well. They're very thick and have a great quality to them. When I send a handmade card to somebody, I want it to look really nice, and this really enhances it. Not only that, it's made with a special paper, so if you want to stamp on your envelopes, it absorbs properly and it doesn't bleed. Plus, it's solid. You can't see through it as easily as some of those cheap envelopes. So our envelopes are the best, and I always buy extra because I do send out cards, and whenever you do one of my stamp camps, I give you all envelopes with your cards. Another essential item is some thick, basic white cardstock. Now you're going to ask me, why do you need thick cardstock? I have basic white cardstock. Isn't that good enough? Well, if you want to make a card that stands by itself and you want to use white cardstock, basic white cardstock is a little bit thinner than the average cardstock. The reason for thick cardstock is so you have a really nice base for it to stand on. So this is a card I've designed for my customers as well as for my last stamp camp, but I use the thick cardstock. It's just a lot more durable, so the card really stands firmly. It doesn't slouch in. If I were to use standard basic white cardstock, it's going to be really flimsy and it's not going to hold itself together. For a card base, you really want it to be stable and to be solid. If you were to use like basic black or let's say another color like crumb cake, those cardstocks have the regular thickness as the thick basic white cardstock. But the whole idea is you want something more stable as a foundation to hold your card up. That's the reason why you get thick cardstock. I have just started to run out because I use this a lot when I use white bases on my cards. I just love our thick cardstock. It does the job and it works well. It's Christmas time, you guys. Ha ha. No, just kidding. You know, when you're a crafter, June, July, and August is the time we make Christmas crafting goods. I have had such a hard time embracing that. But after the last couple years and all the changes we've been through, I think I have started to embrace that. I try to get excited about Christmas colors in July when it comes to crafting. So that way I can enjoy sharing those craft items with people in December. Because if I try to do it in October, it's too late. Okay, so we have a new suite. Can you not just feel the holiday spirit looking at this suite? I am so in love with this suite. I can't even hold myself together with it. I am not kidding. The colors are just rich. They bounce off the page. Look at the colors in the suite. We've got Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Poppy Parade, Mossy Meadow, Evening Evergreen, and Shaded Spruce. I love Mossy Meadow though. It's a nice, rich, dark green, darker than Old Olive. And look at the three reds, Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, and Poppy Parade. Those are some amazing reds. Just looks so pretty. I'm in love with this suite because of the layer potentials. You have lots of layering going on, and the stamp set and the dies all have different layers. And one of the things in this suite is an element, these little laser cut wood elements that you can color with your Stampin' Right markers. You also get this incredibly nice woven natural ribbon with the suite. Now this suite here is also $79.25, very similar to the other suite that I just showed you from the annual catalog. Look at what you get with it. Here's the woven ribbon. This is pretty. It actually has a gauze type of texture to it. That's kind of fun. You could probably, and actually you can color this. You could take a Stampin' Blends marker and color half of it. I saw somebody do that. Oh, this is cotton. Whoo! This is cotton ribbon. You could use a water-based marker on this too. You could probably even use some of your ink pads to color it if you want to, but I love the very vanilla color about it. And this is called the woven ribbon. And then you get these cute little holly berry laser wood cut texture elements. Oh, those are fun. Look at that. Aren't those cool? My hands are so big. They're like wood chips, basically. But I like that they have that distress look because they're laser cut. And you can just color right on top of them. Another really awesome stamp set. Love that this is photopolymer. Photopolymer just makes it easier to see where you're stamping. I like the Christmas greetings too. Christmas wish, season's greetings, although season's greetings isn't my favorite Christmas saying, but it's a good saying. It's good for anybody, especially people that may not celebrate Christmas, but you want to bring Christmas joy to their lives. Season's greetings is a nice way to express that. And then you could say Christmas wishes and joy and peace. Cool. You can like do the and part. or From Our Home to Yours, 2 Shades of Holly Berry. You guys, I have to share a personal note. I just have to at this point. My father recently passed away, and it's been really a hard time. One of the reasons why I haven't been making videos and being creative, and I've kind of kept it on the down low, and I'm finally starting to tell people about it. You know, he passed away on Memorial Day, and it was a very rough day to find that out. That's just the way it happens. You lose a parent, it's really hard. But when I say holly berries, normally it would just roll off my tongue. But my father had a dog that he loved so much more than anything in the whole world, and that dog was called Holly Berry. And so when I say that, it takes me a little bit to get out because it makes me think of my father and his dog. And so I had to share that moment with you guys. So you know that I'm not just tongue-tied all the time, but you know, I'm kind of working through that. So yeah, it's just, you're never ready to lose a parent. It's just one of the things that you don't know what it's like until you end up going through it yourself. It's really bizarre. I'm lucky that I have a lot of family by my side helping me through it. And that's a true blessing. Here we go. Nice. So I like these dies because I can create layered elements. Plus I love this. It's got a label, so I can punch out this label. These also look like they will work with the Stampin' Cut Emboss Mini machine. We got some more message templates for the sentiments, and then we have the punch outs for the holly leaves. I did order one more thing to go with this suite. It wasn't in the suite, but I wanted to add it anyway. And that was these gold foil holly leaves. I thought, well, maybe for a card or something, I could make these work. I'm participating in a card swap. I thought maybe I could incorporate something with these in that card swap. They're really cute. They're really small, but it would make a nice little accent somewhere in the card. Thinking I will use that. This is not a part of the suite, but you can definitely get this in the catalog, and I'll put the name of it on the screen. It's called the Gold Holly Leaves. I believe there's 30 of them in here. Okay, now I know you guys are sitting there, Scott, you need to go through the designer series paper. That's what we're waiting for. I'm like, okay. Remember, the colors are always on the back. Save this when you store your paper. Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Poppy Parade, Real Red, Sahara Sand, Shaded Spruce, Soft Succulent, and Soft Suede. Now you'll notice there's more colors on this paper than there was in the catalog. And that's because they will add more colors to the design of the paper, but the ones in the catalog are kind of like the featured color of that suite. So I do have quite a few of those colors. 2 sheets of each design, or pretty much you also get, it's double-sided, so you really get one of each pattern. Let's see what the backside looks like. Oh, yeah. That's Real Red and Cherry Cobbler mixed together. Love it. Beautiful paper. Kind of reminds me of like antique Christmas wrap. Oh, that's pretty. It's like a birch tree. I so hope my phone doesn't die, you guys. I charged it up before I made the video. But, ooh, pretty colors. I love this paper. Actually, I like this too. Oh, nice. Oh, wow, that's pretty. The saturation of these colors are immense. Love all the poinsettias. Okay, now this is probably my favorite pattern here. Ooh. That's like a camouflage look, isn't it? Not totally into that, but I love this side. See, if you're not in love with the other side, then you've got 2 really awesome papers. That happens a lot. It works out in our benefit either way. So the suite is the bundle with the Holly Berry dies and the Leaves of Holly stamp set. And then you get the natural woven cotton ribbon. And you get these awfully cute textural elements of die cut wood of holly berries. See, I said it, holly berry. There we go. I love sweets, you guys, and I hope you do too. Embrace them. And because it's Sale-a-Bration, you can get a free stamp set when you buy this suite. But you only have until the end of August of 2022 to do that. So as it turns out, here is one that you can get for free. Here is the Sale-a-Bration brochure. Remember, July 1st through August 31st. You only have 2 months, you guys. So this is a really nice Sale-a-Bration brochure. And I love that they did this. This is like one of the first times they've actually done this, where you get a stamp set choice for $50 purchase, but then you can add the dies for $50 more. So with a $100 purchase, you can get them both. I've seen them bundle the die and the stamp set together for a $100 purchase. I've not remember them doing just the stamp option and then the die option. So maybe you only want the dies, or maybe you only want the stamps. So you have that option. And this is red rubber. And look at all the cute elements. You get to cut out an umbrella and some waves, a little party hat. I know I'm geeking out, but it's too cute, okay? For $50, you get this cute die cut set. For another $50, you can get the stamp set. What a great deal. If you get that Holly Berry suite, you can get the hippos, or you can get the dies. Or if you spend $100, you can get them both. What I love about Sale-a-Bration is that you reward yourself with every $50 you spend. And remember, when you hit the $150 mark, you also get rewards. Sale-a-Bration is the one time of the year where you need to save up your money and make your big purchase because you earn so many wonderful things. And when you're a demonstrator, you get to get your discount on top of it. So if you ever thought about becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please consider joining my team. It's so much fun. There are a lot of benefits for being on my particular team. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that opportunity exists, and it's so much fun. Getting a 20% discount with the crafts that you love using all the time, it's so much fun. And you also get a really cool starter kit when you join. A $125 kit for $99, right there. Choose your own starter kit. You get to make your own starter kit with $125 of merchandise from all of the 2 catalogs, the seasonal brochure as well as the annual catalog. And for an extra bonus during Sale-a-Bration, you will qualify for this awesome planner. It's going to come with all these planning pages and stickers, as well as this gorgeous binder and a stamp set that you can use in your planner. We as demonstrators can order this, but it costs a little bit of money. By getting it for free when you sign up with Stampin' Up! To be on my team, it is an amazing deal. So, hippest hippos, Sale-a-Bration, check it out. I just noticed I had some cute red and green adhesive backed pearls. The red must be hiding. Yep, there's the red. Oh, that's so pretty. Gold, silver, mint macaron, or pool party. Gotta be one of those two. Really pretty. I love elements like this. You can never go wrong with having little pearls and embellishments. And there goes my other light, you guys. I knew if this video was too long, my other light would finally give out. Okay, I'm back. My light. I have another backup battery that I was charging, so I'm almost done with the video. All right, Murphy's Law. The battery dies on the light just before the video is done. Okay, so here are the red and green adhesive back pearls. In the catalog, it's called Festive Pearls, and they're $7. So check it out. These are really cool to have. There's a couple other ones I like too, like these fine sparkle adhesive back gems. These adhesive back stars, those are cool. Now I do want to tell you, for the first time in a very long time, the fall sets in the seasonal catalog are spot on. This is another suite that I really want to get as we get closer into fall. The colors are just beautiful. I like the images with the maple leaves, and you have maple leaf cutouts. But check this out. It is the Embossing Editions Toolkit. Now, you guys have seen me do my videos before for a long time, and this is what I use for my embossing. I got this at TJ Maxx. I've never been able to find it again, but I always keep my most commonly used embossing powder in the bottom of this container. And then it has this little lunch kind of pull-out container. I have my embossing buddy, which Stampin' Up! Hasn't carried for a couple years, but it's coming back. And I keep a Versamark in here. And that way I have everything I need to do my embossing when I use embossing powder and the heat tool, all here in this container. And I can pack it up nicely. Well, This will replace this if you want to. And I love it because we have a tray that you use the embossing powder with a little funnel on the end that will put it back into the container neatly. You have brushes so you can clean out the tray as well as take off the excess powder from the embossing powder that you put on the card. And also you have an embossing buddy. Actually, I use the embossing buddy before I even stamp with the Versamark. It reduces the static, so when you put your powder on there, the powder isn't sticking to the static, it's just sticking to the Versamark ink. What a great thing. So if you want to do successful embossing, get this while it's around. Because I don't know if they're going to bring it back to the annual catalog next year, but I know it's in the seasonal till the end of this year. And for $27, you get everything you need to do that. It's a really good deal, okay? I want to say the heat tool is $29. This is also $27. So for just under $60, you can have everything you need to do perfect embossing. And we all know that embossing is one of the most incredibly coolest things that you can do when you make a card. Whenever I hold a workshop, everyone always geeks out on embossing. They just love what it looks like when it happens. And the end result is always so stunning. Check that out. Okay, really excited that they brought that back, especially the embossing buddy. And this is the silver and gold specialty paper. This is another item that you can get in the Sale-a-Bration catalog. So if you spend $50 or more between July and August of 2022, you can win this or earn this for free. You're not winning it, you're earning it for free. You might win it from me though, you just never know. These papers are only single-sided because they have a gold foil, and the gold foil sort of gives it a different texture. So it's better it's just on one side. You get 6 sheets of each, it looks like. That, and you got the polka dots. And then we have more silver. Oh, pretty, we got silver and gold both. It's really hard to see. But yeah, these are in the Sale-a-Bration mini catalog, and you earn these for free. A wedding card, this would look really nice for a background. Oh, wow. I get ideas. I just get ideas. They come to me while I'm showing. I think I have one more item and we're done. Well, we're done until I purchase more. So when I film my videos, you guys will notice I use a paper underneath this mat. And we call that a grid paper. And this is the new In Color 2022 to 2024 grid paper. And you guys can order this too. Oh, and it's on a pad. Oh, I love it when it's on a pad. Oh. Okay, see, the Abigail Rose pattern is on here too. See, I knew there was a reason for getting that. Look at how beautiful this is. It has that, once again, distressed Tim Holtz kind of feel about it. It has like a little bit of newspaper print, almost like, what do they call that? Raster kind of print on the background with the color. And this is Summer Sorbet, which to me is like a watermelon. A lot of people say it's kind of a pink, it's kind of a red. You know what? It's a watermelon color, okay? Summer Sorbet is a watermelon color. We can analyze it to death, but it's a watermelon color. I worked in makeup for years, and I'm just like, this color is very popular in makeup. It looks like a nice blush, doesn't it? Yeah, as a matter of fact, NARS has a famous blush. But because this is a G-rated channel, I won't tell you what the name of that blush was. But if you know what it is, you didn't hear it from me. Oh my gosh, look at how cool that is. This Parakeet Party. Oh, I love this paper. So the grid paper that I've used for a while, I still have a couple sheets left, but not too many, is this right here. I've loved this paper, I really do, but I had a workshop recently and I'm down to my last couple sheets. So it's always good for something new. And I love the colors. I wasn't sure if it was the same Abigail Rose pattern on each paper. It is. But that's good, you know? This is Starry Sky. It's pretty. Ooh, I love this color too. Tahitian Tide. It reminds me of an old color that we had years ago that I miss till this day. Tempting Turquoise, but this is brighter than Tempting Turquoise. And this is Orchid Oasis. There's just something beautiful. It's a violet It's just so pretty. So this is what we call grid paper. I do believe it's only $9 for this pad. Really, really nice. And I don't have to put it back in here because it's on a pad. And when I do my videos, I can just rip one off and do a demo, right? Yay, awesome. All right, you guys, that wraps up this video. My unboxing haul for the annual catalog launched in May. The new seasonal mini catalog launches in July, and Sale-a-Bration. Remember, anytime you purchase from me, I will always send you a card the following month. If you purchase a $50 order or more, that means you're in my catalog club. You will get whatever current catalogs are out the following month or several weeks later, just depends on my month, for the next 6 months. So if I have a new catalog launch come out in January, you'll get those catalogs. And you probably would. If you purchased in July, you will definitely qualify for a catalog in January because we have a new seasonal catalog that comes out for spring. So when you do make that purchase of $50 or more, I send you a freebie as well. I just do it because it's a fun thing to be able to reward you guys for being my customer. Just something I like to do. And I just think what comes around goes around. I like to share it because I love it so much. I want you to love it too. I love sharing it with you. If that makes any sense, we share what we love. That's the whole point of all of this. If you have any questions about it, please make a comment below and I will respond with an answer, I promise. Oh, okay, so remember, if you love these videos, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Also, do leave a comment. Even if you don't want anything, I just want to hear from you. Know that you're watching this video. It just means a lot to me. It also helps me get my videos out there. So once again, you guys, thank you so much for being my customers. I really enjoy doing these videos for you. I can't promise you what my video schedule is going to look like going forward. There are some changes happening to my YouTube channel, which I will share with you shortly, but they're good changes and I think they'll make a difference. But I definitely will have some card projects coming up because I'm working on several right now as we speak. So everyone, have an amazing summer. Enjoy the weather. And if it's too hot, I'm sorry. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm loving this 80-degree weather. It's so nice to finally not have a jacket on and be outside in my shorts. Some of you that are in the South, it's pretty hot out, so stay cool. Okay, you guys, remember, subscribe. I love you all, and keep sharing the kindness. Bye for now. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please check out some of my other videos on my YouTube channel, Stamping Scott. See you really soon.